Hey guys, how are you? I actually cracked the screen on my phone, so I'm going to look like I'm in this little eerie glow. I'm going to see if I can invite in. Um, okay, so Lisa. So we are interviewing Lisa Taitelman today, which I'm so excited about. Okay, hey Lisa. All right, we're going to bring you on to the camera request now. So excited to be doing this. Awesome. So all about signature programs. Hey ladies, how are
Hi,
you?
I'm great. How are you?
Very good. We're going to give it a few moments. Let a couple of people join. I know there was a few people that wanted to come. Maybe I'll just send a couple of invites out. Hi
Great.
Heather, how are you? Okay, so we've
I see
got
Heather. Hi, Heather.
beautiful. I know Cece wanted to come in, and we had quite a few people that were joining. And let me pull this up on here. So excited to be talking with you, lady.
I am too. Very, very excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us and coming in because we've got heaps to talk about. Let me just make
Great.
sure that I've got this on my screen and people can see it.
Sure.
Um,
Technology.
okay.
You're good
Yeah,
at it,
and
Chloe.
like with Facebook Live, I just love to make sure that we've got it all covered. Okay, so we do.
Great.
So here we are, and that means that we'll have whoop, and we can hear. Okay, cool. All right. So I don't know if there's anybody else that we need to send any invites to. Hi, Kimberly. How are you? Okay, I think we're
Hello,
going to get
everybody.
started. Mm.
Okay.
All right, so just a quick intro from me. So, you guys, there's quite a few new people that have joined the group as well. So, I'll introduce myself first. So, my name is Chloe McCready and I run SaaSme Coaching, and I help new clients get themselves off the ground and actually running a business that they feel really confident in, making money, having their one on one clients, all that kind of stuff, which is really fun. And today, so I run in the I Am a Health Coach group. I run interviews here. Hey, Cece. Hey, Kimberly. Run interviews in here for like to demonstrate coaches that have absolutely kicked ass in their business and have something really valuable to share to inspire you guys around your own businesses and what is possible for you. As a heads up, there's an eerie glow around me because I cracked the screen on my phone right before jumping on. So that's why I
Oh,
look a little ethereal right now, or whatever the word is.
oh, bummer,
um,
bummer.
I know I'm going to have to go get that fixed, which is a pain. Hey, Alison,
Yes.
if you guys are joining and you have any particular questions around signature programs or anything, then please drop them in the comments. Anything about how Lisa kicked us. So let's introduce Lisa. Lisa, I actually have heard about a fair bit. So I was speaking with a friend, and she talked about Lisa Taitelman and how she had this signature program called Finding Your Trail, which was a really inspiring and incredible way of coaching clients. And I thought, oh yeah, that's cool. I didn't know a lot about her until I had her reach out to me. So she
Yes.
was like out in the health coaching world. She's like, hey, just letting you know this program is here. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like the stars aligned. I'm like, I need to talk with this lady. I've already heard about her and she's reached out. This is meant to happen. So let's do the interview. And as I
Right.
was talking with her, um, she was talking about things like having, like just in this past year, having over 80 clients. And she started this program in January, which is freaking crazy. And then having 60% of them continue to rejoin. So we have a lot to learn from this lady, which is really cool. So, Lisa, welcome. Thank
Thank
you so much
you.
for joining.
Thank you so much for having me. Hello, everybody. I'm really super excited to be here. And it takes a tribe, you know. I didn't do this alone. I always say we need our sisters because we I had a lot of sisters help me with this program, and it's been a magical journey, and sometimes we need someone else to really pull the greatness out of you. And it was really through a fellow health coach in my tribe who It was through several, but one in particular who really, really got me on this journey through a retreat. So that being said, it's been a magical ride, and nature, being out in nature, being outdoors and coaching is just a magical combination, because I really don't feel like this anywhere else but out in the mountains. It's something that happens when we're all together and we're connecting, and the magic happens. It forces you to go in, being out in nature. It forces you to connect and be real and raw. And it's just been, I bolt out of bed every day because I cannot wait to just explore this whole experience with my community. And that's what really this is about, is building community and finding your trail as a community. And it's been awesome. It really has been.
I love that. So Lisa, tell us a little bit. Let's go back to the start. What got you into coaching in the first place?
So my story and my why, because I really believe that we all have different why we're doing what we're doing. And I lost my mom to cancer when she was very young. She was 58 when she died, and I'm 55. So when I think about how young she was, she had so much life to live left. And so when I lost my mom, I was in a really dark place. We were very close, and I had a really hard time getting out of bed in the morning. It was a really hard time. And I was just getting married and having babies. And I knew I needed to do something, because I didn't want to send this message to my husband and to my kids of how depressed and dark that time really was for me. So what really got me out of bed was hiking. I started to hike over 20 years ago with friends and alone. And I found that through these trails that we have here in our backyard, I started to heal and feel alive again. And it was really through the connection with my girlfriends, with my husband, with coaches, other coaches, and just being alone and out in nature. I wanted to share this experience with everyone and just shout it out, because I found what it did for me, and I just really wanted to empower others with this knowledge that I had acquired. So I went back to school a couple years ago through Health Coach Institute. And at that moment, when I pressed that button to sign up for that course, I had no idea how this was going to change my life. And it has changed my life dramatically. And all I can say is it is a life-changing experience being around this tribe of people. So I went through, become a health coach in July of 2016, and then I went through the grad program in February of 2018. And after I graduated, I got my certification. I have to be completely honest, I was all over the place. There was a lot of information we learned. I loved what I learned, and I loved Carrie and Stacy. They're super badass women. I thought they were incredible, and they are such great leaders. And I learned so much from them, but I just didn't know where to take all of this information. And it was always right in front of me and so clear to me, but I didn't know until I met this fellow health coach. Her name is Robin Pollock. Shout out Robin Pollock. I don't know if you're on, but thank you, Robin. We were at a retreat in Miami. She was sitting next to me and felt my stuckness. And I knew I needed to help others, and I wanted to help others, and I just couldn't find my trail or my lane. And she just asked me this one question, and she said, what is it that makes you happy and brings you joy? And I told her being outdoors in nature and hiking. And she said, well, that is what you need to incorporate into your coaching practice, because that's when you will become authentic and your heart will sing and you will shine. And I got on that airplane that next day, and I just knew that this was what I needed to do. And I called my friend, who is a business coach who I've known for many years. And she and I sat down and put together this program. We worked on it for 6 months and made this so special and so awesome. And I started it in January of 2018. 18, and my first group, I had 18 girls sign up within 10 minutes of this program. So that email that I send out, I have next to my computer, that email changed my life. It really, truly did.
That is so incredible. And going back in what you said, like I completely understand. I resonate with your story around you finishing your certification and then going, okay, now what? Like where's my piece? How am I putting my flair on things and feeling really really at ease and at peace with what I'm bringing to the table, not what I've been handed, but what is me and how do I put myself in there? And there's a lot of health coaches that I talk to, a lot of new health coaches that feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like they go through that
Yeah.
whole, that stuck feeling. And so being able to
Yeah.
understand how, which is what this interview is all about, right? Is how do you
Yes.
bring your own flair into things? So it's your signature program and it's your baby and you feel so passionate about bringing it out to people. And you had that
Yes.
many women
Yes.
sign up in the first row. Like that just shows your
Yeah.
energy was right behind that.
Yeah, I literally just looked up at the universe and I said, I spent so much time and money invested in this. And I looked at the universe and I said, I'm sending this out and I just have this feeling in the core of my heart and soul that this is going to be what it is. And it was literally in 10 minutes it happened. And then from that program, they were really my focus group, my core first group when we talked about what worked and what didn't work and what resonated and what didn't. And after that group, we had invited, they invited their friends. So I had 38 women sign up for my spring session, which was pretty awesome. So I went from 18 to 38 and it just was like from there, it just snowballed. All these things had just started coming and happening. Once you find that something that makes your heart sing, the universe is right there to help you. I truly believe that. I believe that.
I love that. So before
Truly
we get into anything about your program, I'd love to know just a couple of things. So what's your daily must do? So what are the things that you have to do to be able to continue to show up in your business? Because I know that it can be really overwhelming for people to put themselves out there, to be asking for money, doing those kinds of things. So what do you do to stay grounded?
Okay, so good question. So I work alongside a spiritual healer who actually gave me meditations for my program. We partnered up together and I listened to her meditations every morning and they just set my day in a way where I'm feeling very calm always now. And she is an incredibly, like, when you see her and feel her presence is incredible. And so I had her do my intention. So she put together a 12-week meditation session for me. So I listen to the meditations and I hike a lot. And what I get most of my clarity and answers through hiking. I really do. I always say, what do I need to know today? What is it I need to be taught today? And a lot of my answers come from hiking. And so I have this amazing group of women now, and a lot of my work comes from Facebook and Instagram and emailing and connecting. I'm a big believer in not just doing my program, but keeping them engaged also, even when the program ends. I don't end my program and be done with them. I keep them engaged through Facebook Live, through a private Facebook page. We're always in contact with each other, which I think is really about building community.
I love that. Okay. While we just touch on community, is there a particular group that people could come along and check out what you're doing?
Yes. So I have a Facebook page, Lisa Taitelman Health Coach, my business page. I've kind of combined my personal and business a little bit on just my Lisa Taitelman page. I also have a website, www.lisataitelman.com. And I have put together a partnership program to help other health coaches I can help them jumpstart their business through this hiking program.
Cool. And we're definitely going to get into that. I think it's really important for everyone watching to hear what that's all about. So tell me, what are the biggest hurdles that you had to overcome in your business?
That's a good question. I would say the biggest hurdle was for me, I was a stay-at-home mom for 20 years. And I think the biggest part of all of this was getting over that fear of who's going to take me seriously now after raising my two kids. And all of a sudden I am a health coach. And what does that really mean at this point in my life? And I think that thought process held me back. And I thank God every day that that didn't hold me back, because of the opportunities now that I have. Fear gets in the way of so many things that we want. I mean, it's why, I don't know, I read some statistic, 89% of people are not doing what they love because of fear alone. And so I needed to get past that mindset that no one's going to take me seriously, because it's never too late to reinvent yourself and create something in this life that you love. And that I really want to make that point across, whether you're 29 or 89, it's never too late. It's never too late.
I love it. And your story resonates with a client of mine that's watching at the moment. Exactly the same. Her babies are about to leave, and it's okay. So my turn to get in and start, like, you know, how do I refocus, redirect, and create like my
exactly.
Like,
Yeah, it's a lot of it is what now. A lot of my women that sign up for the program are kind of in the same. I'm attracting that. We're all going through this transition. I like to call it the new season instead of empty nest, because empty nest sounds so negative to me. So it's a new season. It's a new chapter, and it's exciting too, but it's also, look, I'm right there. It's scary and sad, and I'm going to be probably crying my eyes out, but I feel really good that I'm doing this, and it came at the perfect time. It really did.
I love that. And I like it. New season.
New season.
A great way to say that, I think.
New season, not empty nest. Empty nest sounds negative.
Okay, so tell me, so we talked a little bit about your inspo for creating Finding Your Trail. We've talked about what got you into health coaching, all that kind of stuff. I would love to know so you talked about support as well. So you've obviously called in a couple of different types of support. Do you want to talk about what made a difference for you? So what support that you needed in and around you personally, your business, that helped continue you along the way?
Yes. So I believe that everyone should have a coach. If we're going to coach, I feel like we should have our own, because it kind of gives you this clarity that I love this saying, someone needs to pull the greatness out of you, because sometimes we don't see it in ourselves and need someone else to do that. And so I did have that, and I was lucky to have that with two coaches in this tribe. My business coach, my graphic designer. I had a group of amazingly supportive women that I could not have done this alone. I really believe that we need we need coaches to help each other, and they were instrumental in putting this program together with me. So if I were to give anyone any advice, it would be to get a coach of your own, and to help that person can really help you find that clarity that you need, because sometimes it's hard to see it for ourselves.
Yeah, too right. Like, I know for me with my coach, I'm often in that space where it's like, I'm stuck, and she's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
And we have to, like, we work through whatever it is that we need to work through.
Exactly.
So it's so valuable, not just
It
someone
is.
that's helping you to form and actually, I don't know what's going on here, but okay, then actually be able to move you through that stuckness.
Is it freezing right now?
It froze, but it's fine. That's all right.
Okay. Yeah, because you know, I was stuck. I was right there, and it's frustrating and uncomfortable. But I feel like we need to go through that to get to the other side. I call it the terror barrier. There's two sides. You're on the left, and getting past that terror barrier on the right, there's freedom on the other side of that terror barrier. So it's all the fear, everything, stuckness, it all goes together. But once you get past it, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, too right, too right. And it feels freaking amazing when you go through that that real intense squeeze of, okay, I like, there's no way, I can't get out of this. I don't see how I'm going to be able to pay bills, do all that kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden you come out of that, and it's like an incredible amount of creativity. Everything everything just starts coming your way, which is freaking amazing. But it's staying in that tension until, which is so important.
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about your program. Can you explain it for everybody what it's actually about? Like, what's Finding Your Trail, and then we'll talk about how people could learn more about what you're doing.
Sure. So Finding Your Trail is a community. It is about building a community. And the reason I called it Finding Your Trail is because we're all looking to find our trail. I mean, look, if we can find that something in our life, our purpose, whatever you want to call it, that something bigger than us that we don't know about, it's kind of what we're all striving for. And I called it Finding Your Trail because that's what this is about. And it's a 6-week program. It's a 2-hour hike that we meet once a week. Right now I have 3 different groups. You can do 1 group, you can do 2 groups, you can really go any way with this, but I am doing 3 groups now. 2-hour hike where I start at the bottom of the mountain and I set an intention for that hike. Then we hike to the top of the mountain, and I have a lot of special things I do along the way. And then when we get to the top, I do a meditation through my spiritual healer that she has partnered up with me, set for that intention of the week. We do a circle share at the top, usually under a beautiful shady tree. And that's where the magic all starts to happen, because we share. It's usually no more than 12 in the group. I don't really want it to be any bigger because that's when you lose the intimacy, I think. But the group's dynamic and the energy that we have for each other, we feed off each other and we give each other nuggets. And it's just, that is when the magic really happens, because getting to the top of a mountain is a goal in itself. And so when we get to that top, there's so much that happens with your mind, body, and spirit, because it's an accomplishment. And when you get there, everyone is so excited for each other that they made it to the top. And on top of that, you're talking to each other about this intention we set and the meditation. And it's just an incredible experience. So after we do the share, we walk down the mountain. I usually give everybody like a healthy snack, healthy bites that I make. And then I'll do another nugget about what I learned through school. So I take what I learned through both Become a Health Coach and through the grad program, really what resonated with me more on the spiritual side. So I'll give them a nugget, usually at the bottom, and then when we start, and then a bottom, and then at the end at the bottom. And then that's really, each week plays on layers on each week. And so we build from there. So it's always a different intention for the first 6 weeks. And then I have part 2, which is phase 2, where we go deeper. So I have another program I put together with my business coach that goes deeper from what we learned in the first phase. So that's my renewal program. And then I have new hikes, new content, new meditations for that. So there's 2 phases. It's really a 12-week program. So they have the choice to go on to it, or they whatever they decide to do. But that's really what it's about.
That is awesome. And how cool, to then be able to bring in the hiking with it. Like, I don't think I know anybody else that has done done that, where they brought in something completely different. I think we learn coaching and we expect that we're going to have to sit on two chairs and we're going to have to have a conversation, or we're going to have to do it through the
Right.
phone or whatever it is. And
Right.
even we get taught in the course, like, you know, to coach
Exactly.
your client on not being distracted and things like that. So it would never cross your mind to be doing something different while you're doing
Exactly.
your coaching.
Right. And I was doing the 90-day, you know, I had probably 7 90-day clients, and most of it was over the phone, and it wasn't resonating with me. It wasn't making my heart sing. I really enjoyed my clients and we had an incredible experience together, but there was something missing, and it was that outdoor component, that physical part of it, because I love exercising. For me, it's like breathing. If I don't exercise in the morning, it ruins my whole day. So I have to do it. It's something that's like my moving meditation is exercise. So that's what was missing. And once I put that in there, it all changed. It did.
Oh, that is so cool. And I can feel your energy as well. As you start talking about it, I already feel really grounded and relaxed.
That's so great. I love it. It's good. All these miles away, you can feel that. That's really good.
Oh, I love it. That's why I love hearing these stories, right? Like hearing people's passion and yeah, the fact that you've been able to do that. Because I think for so many coaches that I talk to and that I mentor, that trying to create a lifestyle. Like the reality is we all got into this because some people are different, right? We had this calling to do something where we felt more fulfilled. And then we went and we did the course and we felt really fulfilled during that course, and we got to help people through practice clients, all that kind of stuff. And then from there, we went to get ourselves out there, and we get stuck, and we forget that the reason that once the fulfillment piece has been done, it's okay, we want to be creating that lifestyle. We want to be creating that space for ourselves, whatever that looks like that whole time freedom or whatever it is, like time freedom, or being able to do things like get yourself out there more, being able to work out more, being able to just look after yourself more. And if we end up filling our books with, and I've been there and I've done that, where I ended up with so many one-on-one clients and I felt like I was just rushing around everywhere and it was just exhausting. And you have to be in that space where then you're like, you make those decisions. Okay, how do I get to match my lifestyle and at the same time and be able to like really truly enjoy what I do. Like I want to help people. So
absolutely
love it. That is really cool.
Yeah, it's really been an incredible, it's exciting as hell. It is. And it just is so fulfilling in so many ways, because to empower others, I mean, what is out in nature? What is a better experience? It's incredible. Being outside and seeing nature in all its glory. We are so, blessed to live where I live in Los Angeles, in a beach town, close to these fires right now, unfortunately, praying for everybody here. But it's a beautiful place with ocean views and gorgeous mountains and deer running wild. And it's out there that the magic happens.
That's so beautiful. That's so cool. Now, does anybody, I've noticed a couple of comments coming up, but I think they're more tech questions.
Yes.
Being techy with me. Does anybody have any particular questions about the program or anything like that before we move into talking about how you could potentially be part of finding your trail, like learning some stuff about that? Just pop it in the group, in the chat, sorry, that would be really cool. Okay, what are your key pieces, and we'll keep going while people post any questions I've got. You mentioned some advice around getting support and things like that. Was there anything else that's coming to mind for you, Lisa, around things that new coaches or just health coaches in general might need to know or understand about, getting themselves out there, finding clients, all that kind of stuff?
Yes, good questions. If I would have known this 2 years ago, it would have saved me a lot of time and frustration. But I think the number one thing that we all can do is get a coach of our own. I think that to have this clarity before you head out the door to start coaching, you must have this clarity, this wisdom. I don't know why this keeps coming to me, but someone has to pull the greatness out of you. That's how I feel. Like this Robin Pollock is her name, and she was instrumental in helping me find this clarity. She offers through my program, which we'll get into, she's offering a free session with all the partners that sign up with me. So if anyone's interested in reaching out to her, she is really special lady, and kind of, I don't want to call her a medium, but she has these psychic abilities, and she's a spiritual intuitive. I think that's a better word. She's a spiritual intuitive and kind of can see where you can't see. And I think that is everything. So once you have that clarity in your why, knowing your why is really important, why you're doing this, because I think that's what will make you successful. I hate the word niche. I say niche is a bitch because niche is a bitch. I don't know what my niche is. My niche is empowering women and helping them, and whatever that means to you. So for me, it's outside in nature, outdoors. But if you can find that clarity, and then the second thing I recommend is getting a business coach, because she was instrumental in helping me put this program together. I could not have done this alone. I needed her expertise and her input, and her she's all about setting those goals and making sure, you know, where you are in your career, whether you're just starting out or whether you're 6 months in or whatever. She's so savvy in helping you get to that level of where you want to be. So I think having a coach of your own, a business coach, or a tribe of people, there's an amazing tribe that we have that we're so lucky to have. And they're here to help you. They're one click away on Facebook Live. If I ever have a question, I go right there to Facebook, and I have the answer literally in 1 minute, and I'll have 35 answers. And we're so blessed to have this community. That's what this is all about. It's really awesome. So those would be probably the 3 things I would start out with, just to give you the clarity, because we can't do this alone. We just can't.
Yeah, I love that. So it's having a community, being part of a community, which like most people hear from like HCI or IIN. So definitely have that kind of community, a business mentor or coach. And the third one was someone to help with the clarity of pulling. Was that it?
Yeah. Robin Pollock, who helped me. She's on Facebook a lot. She went through the grad program. I met her, and whoever your coach is, there's so many beautiful coaches that we have right in front of us, but she was really instrumental, and she's offering a free session, which I would absolutely take advantage of that, because she, in 10 minutes, got me to this unbelievable program.
That's beautiful. That's really cool. I love that. What we can do is we can pop a link in. I don't have any details for her, but we can pop a link in after this chat and give that out.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So if someone was interested in finding your trail, so a health coach was interested in finding your trail, what have you got for them?
So this is, like I said, 2-phase program. Phase 1 is for new people. And when I say people, you can do anything with this program. I have designed this, or we have designed this, so that anybody can use this. I'm giving you a recipe. This is how I look at it. Let's say I'm giving you a guacamole recipe, and I'm handing it over to you. And I say, this is how I make my guacamole. And you can make this exactly the same way I'm making this guacamole. And you can go make it, and it'll be perfect. Some people work that way. I want you to give me the recipe. I want to know how many teaspoons. I want to know exactly what you do. And I want to make it like that and not worry about it. Or I can give you this recipe, and you can add some things to this recipe, or you can take some things away and make this recipe your own, because that is what your true, authentic self is. So this is a recipe I'm giving you, and you bring the soul to it. if that makes sense. So the first phase is for new people, and it can be women or men, or I want to do a couples. People have asked me to do couples because I think it's a great way to connect with each other on the mountain. Teenagers, I've been asked to do groups with teenagers. I've been asked to do, I'm partnered up with right now with a charity that is very close to my heart, who helps women in all their stages of cancer. And they have asked me to do a program for the women going through either chemotherapy, or they're in remission, or different stages of cancer. And I am super, super excited to do this for them. And there's so many ways you can go with it, because it's you can use any kind of physical component with this coaching. So phase 1 and phase 2, phase 1 are for new people and phase 2 are for renewals. So it's a 12-week program. Step by step, I give you, I don't know if you can see this, but it is a digital format that I will be giving to you, kind of like our 14-day cleanse. For those of you who are going through Become Health Coach, we have a beautiful digital format from that that they gave us, and it's very similar to that format, where I put together step by step what I do each week on the mountain. Very simple 1-2 minute videos, so that it's not taking up a lot of your time. I wanted to make sure that this was super, super easy to use and not time consuming, because I know how busy we all are. So I offer you these videos, 1 to 2 minutes, what I do, bottom of the mountain, what I do at the top of the mountain, and then the meditation is included in this. It's an add-on, but it's part of the digital format. And then I talk about all the little special things I do that go into each week, because it's not just a hike. And this is an experience, what I give to these women. And there's merchandising I do. I don't know if you could see my mug, but I give everybody a little swag bag with my hat and my mug and a journal and a water bottle. So I love the idea of giving that to them before our journey. You don't have to do that, but this is a licensing program. And the beauty of it is that you can take it and do with it what you want and make it your own, or you could do it exactly the way I'm doing it. I'm just giving you a blueprint. So the merchandising is optional, but I think it's like $20 for the bag of merchandising per person, and it goes a long way. Everybody really loves it. So that's part of it. And when I see my hats around town, when I see my mugs and my water bottles and my bags, I get super, super pumped when I see that, because it's causing this amazing community and really starting I call this a movement. It's not a hiking program. This is a movement, because I can see this happening all over the country, all over the world. I see it happening and changing lives for so many people. And it's really exciting. So part of that digital, there's one other part I didn't tell you about, but there's the digital format it's like a manual, exactly what I'm doing. And then I have a private Facebook page I will invite you all to, where you'll see my audio and my video versions of what I do on the mountain each week, all there for you.
Beautiful. That's awesome. Okay, so let me just recap that for you, which I love what you've said. So you've set it up. So the first 6 weeks is for any new starters. And then the second 6 weeks is about retaining and bringing back clients. But you've set it up in a way which a lot of us coaches, we go through the programs and we don't know how to work with our clients in the next step. So it sounds like, are we just going to repeat ourselves or whatever it is? So knowing that there is a really repeatable way for this program to continue, which is really cool. Now, in terms of people learning more about this program, if finding your trail is really resonating with them and they like the idea of being able to bring in some physical aspect of what they do with their coaching, then how can they find out more? What's available?
Okay, great. Thank you. Good question. So they can go onto my website, lisataitelman.com, TAITELMAN. There's a whole there's a whole page on the partnership program offering, and they can email me. They can contact me through my website or email me at ltaitelman@yahoo.com. Either one of those two ways they can get a hold of me.
Beautiful. Okay, so I've just posted your website in the link, which is really cool.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so all right, so we've got, so guys, in terms of being able to work with Lisa, so really recapping that, that she has created this program so that people can pick it up and they could run with it, similar to what you probably learned in your courses, but also being able to know what your follow-on program would be in terms of offering that next step for your clients, which is really awesome. And particularly if you're a bit of an an outdoorsy person, or you have some kind of physical work that you do with clients, then this is going to, this sounds like it would be freaking awesome for you. Really cool. So definitely go into the website and have a look. Obviously, if you are watching the replay and you have any questions that come up about how it all works, then pop a comment in the chat, and if Lisa doesn't pick it up, I'll pick it up and I'll get the answers for you guys. So it's really, I'm really keen for you guys to learn more and understand how all of this works, because again, it's just coaches helping coaches, and the more that we can get you guys out there, the more we get your message heard, the more people get helped, which is really
exactly. This is all about helping each other, sharing the love. And this is just so we're clear also, because I get this question a lot, this is another program that you're going to be offering. It's going to be in addition. You're going to keep everything as you have it, your own website, your own company, your own why. This is just another program, like a 90-day program, a 14-day cleanse, a 28-day program. This is additional to all of those programs, just to be clear. I hope that makes sense. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, Lisa, thank you so much for joining us and sharing all of that awesome information. It's so cool to hear from like-minded coaches that are, like I said, kicking ass.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, Chloe. And to all of you new beautiful coaches out there, I wish you all the best, because you're not alone. And get a coach and reach out to me with any questions you have. I'm more than happy to help you jumpstart your business. I've been there and I get it.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Lisa. Guys, thank you everyone for watching. Pop any questions you have in the chat if you want. And have a really awesome Friday or Thursday night if you're in the US.
You too. Thank you so much, Chloe. Love to you.
Love you, lady. All right.
Bye-bye. Bye.